All right, guys, I want to give you guys a quick video going over the MAF running method, or the MAF method for running. So MAF stands for maximum aerobic heart rate, or maximum aerobic function. That is going to be the heart rate. So how we figure out our heart rate for MAF, we take 180 and we subtract our age. Once you have that number, that is your max aerobic function heart rate, all right? From there, we just ran last week or a couple weeks ago, depending on when you're watching this, our MAF test, which is a 3 miles for time. As we're running that 3 miles for time, it needs to be on a track or something flat. As we're running, you're trying to complete it as fast as you possibly can. But when your heart rate gets above your MAF heart range, you walk until it's down below about 10 to 15 beats. So for example, my MAF heart range or heart rate is 131 beats a minute. So when we tested this, I ran until my heart rate got over 131. Once it went over 131, I walked until it was around roughly 120, and then I ran again. And that's basically what you do when you run your MAF test, or when you run that test for the 3 miles. Now, how we use this information that we got from our test to take to our heart rate runs going forward. So what we want to do is we want to train our body to run at a given pace or faster. We don't want to train our system to slow down once that heart rate starts coming up, all right? All you're doing is you're teaching yourself to run slower once you get some fatigue. So what that means is this: I take my average pace from this 3 mile test. And so I'm gonna write some numbers up here. These are not my numbers as far as when I finish, but it'll make it really simple. So if, say I ran that 3 miles in 30 minutes, my average pace was 10 minutes per mile, all right? 10 minutes per mile was my average pace. So on all of my long runs or my slow heart rate runs going forward, or easy heart rate runs, not slow, but easy heart rate runs going forward, I want to run at a 10-minute pace or slightly better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give myself a reference range, 9 minutes and 30 seconds to 10 minutes. That's gonna be my pace, my average pace whenever I'm running. Now, the aerobic heart rate applies, so while I'm running in that 9:30 to 10 minute window, if my heart rate goes above my threshold, so it goes above that 131 for me, I'm gonna walk until my heart rate comes back down. Once it's come down and I start running again, I'm gonna run in that pace 9:30 to 10 minutes, all right? The reason being is we're trying to teach our bodies to maintain pace as we accumulate fatigue. Now, going forward, as we do this, if you ever get to a point where you're able to run 3 miles running in that window without ever having to walk, you can subtract 15 seconds from that window. All right, so then you make the window 15 seconds faster. It would be, for instance, with this, instead of being 9:30 to 10, it would end up being 9:15 to 9:45. But we're not gonna drop that window until we've either retested our MAF test or we're able to run in a slow run or an easy run. I keep saying slow, it's actually easy run, in that window without having to walk for at least 3 miles. All right, hope this answers some questions. If you have any